Suppose if you have a right angle triangle, let me do this once again. Suppose if you have a right angle triangle, ABC, you know the right angle is at B, and suppose you know the length of the hypotenuse to be 5 centimeters. Then the question is, can you find out the other two sides, this side and this side of the right, that is the perpendicular and the base? Can you find out? Yes, you can. You see that hypotenuse here is 5. In class 8, you have seen that 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet, right? That is, you know that 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square, isn't it? This is what you have done back in class 8. Therefore, you can say that this side is 3 centimeter and this side is, that is this 3 here, and this side is 4 centimeters. Or you can take the other way around also. If you don't know which side is greater than which side, you can take this as 4 centimeter and you can take this as 3 centimeter.
So we will assume this.
No, because you not assume, you can take, if you know 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet, that is why you can take this as 3 centimeter, or you can take this as 4 centimeter also. If you're taking this as 3, you take this as 4. If you're taking this as 4, you can take this as 3. Definitely it has to be. Let
So,
us see another. Yes, tell
so
me.
we are doing so we are doing because this the hypotenuse is 5 centimeter.
Yes,
If we do it,
exactly.
say if this one would be 6 centimeter,
I'll give you another
so 6 or
example.
7 centimeter.
That will not work here. Okay. Let us take another example. Let us take an example of, let's say this is given to you as 13 centimeter. So what do you know? You know 5, 12 and 13 to be a Pythagorean triplet, right? You know this,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That means 13 square, you know, is 5 square plus 12 square, right? So if your hypotenuse is 13, you can take this side to be 5 centimeter and you can take this side to be 12 centimeter. Or you can take the other way also. You can take this side to be 12 centimeter and you can take this side to be 5 centimeter. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
It has to be a triplet, one of the numbers of the triplet. Let us take one more example. Suppose the hypotenuse is given to you as 10 centimeters. Which is a Pythagorean triplet which contains 10 centimeters? 6, 8 and 10, right? Is a Pythagorean triplet, isn't it? Right or wrong? Because we know that 10 square is 6 square plus 8 square. That means you can take this as your 6 centimeters and you can take this as your 8 centimeters. Or you can take this as your 8 centimeters and you can take this as your 6 centimeters. Clear with this concept? Or any question you have?
So how we will get to know that which is the Pythagorean triplet of which
That
number?
you have to remember. Pythagorean 2 or 3, 4 triplets you have to remember. Otherwise, if you don't know the Pythagorean triplets, remember in class 8 I taught you how to take out a triplet if one number is given. What was the triplet? M square minus 1, 2m and m square plus 1, isn't it?
Yes,
This
sir.
is the greatest number. So you can take out the triplet from here. If suppose if you want, if one number you know this as 10, so m square plus 1 is equal to 10. That means m must be equal to, m square must be equal to 9. That means m is equal to 3. Therefore, what are the other two numbers? 3 square minus 1 and 2 into 3, isn't it? So this is 8 and 6, isn't it? This way you can take out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So moving on to the exercise problem. This is very interesting. I have not applied this in the exercises, but later on, you may need for special problems. You may need. Okay. Let us see this question here. The question here is two poles of height 6 meters and 11 meters stand on a plain ground. If the distance between their feet is 12 meters, find the distance between their tops. Two poles are there. So let's draw the two poles. Say this is one pole and say this is the other pole. They are both on the ground. Okay. So what are the heights? The taller one is 11 meters. The shorter one is 6 meters. If the distance between their feet is 12 meters, distance between this is the feet of the shorter one, this is the feet of the taller one. Distance between the feet is how much given? 12 meters. Find the distance between the top. For the tops, this is the top and this is the top. So you need to find out the distance between.
Sir, you have written
Yes, this is centimeters.
12 centimeter.
This is meters. Okay. So how will I find out the distance between the tops? Let's label the diagram. Let us call this A, C, and let's call this B, and let's call this D. So how will I find out the distance between? That means you have to find what? AC here, right? Distance between the tops. And in order to find AC, you drop a perpendicular from A to CD. Drop a perpendicular. That means if this is 12 meters, this must also be 12 meters, right? So we write, let us call this point M. So AM is equal to BD is equal to 12 meters. So now you know this entire length, right? 11 meters. Also, what is this length? MD. MD is equal to AB, which is equal to 6 meters. Therefore, what is this length here? CM. CM is equal to 11 minus 6. This length is 6. So 11 minus 6, right? Which is 5 meters. So you know this length to be 5 meters. You know this length to be 12 meters. And this is the right angle triangle, right? So in the right angle triangle, AMC. Which one is the hypotenuse? This is the right angle. So this has to be the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse here is AC. So AC square is equal to perpendicular. Perpendicular is this length here, right? So CM square plus, let's not give brackets. Without brackets also it will do. CM square plus base square. Base is this length, AM. Okay, so now put the values. CM, how much you know? We have found out to be 5 square. And AM, how much do we know? We have AM is 12. So this is 25 plus 144, which is equal to 169. That means AC here is square root 169, which is equal to 13 meters. That is the distance between the tops. Any questions on this problem?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yes, what question?
Sir, I have not understood any of the things.
Huh? Which one?
Sir, it's not clear to me.
Which one? Which part?
So this sum only full sum.
See, two poles are given here, right? This is AB is one pole and CD is another pole. The length of the poles are given, right? 6 meters is given, 11 meters this is given. You need to find out the distance between the tops. That means you have to find out the length of this line, right? Also, the distance between their feet is given. Distance between the feet is given to be 12, right? So if you need to find out this length AC, you complete this right angle triangle here by dropping a perpendicular. So this is your right angle triangle, right? If this length is 12, this must be 12, right?
Yeah.
If this entire length is 11, and this length is 6, then what is this length? This length is 11 minus 6. Till this you understood?
Yes, sir.
So now consider this right angle triangle here. Consider this right angle triangle here. In this right angle triangle, which one is the hypotenuse? This is the hypotenuse, right? This is the perpendicular, this is the base. Hypotenuse, what is the length of the hypotenuse? You need to find out the length of the hypotenuse, right? Do you know the length of the perpendicular? Yes. You know this to be 5. Do you know the length of this base? You know this to be 12. And that is by Pythagoras theorem you can find. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us move on to the next problem here. Number 6. The question here is, if the sides of a triangle are in the ratio 3:4:5, prove that it is a right angle triangle. Now if the sides are in the ratio, I can say let the sides of the triangle be if this is the ratio, you can take them to be 3x, 4x and 5x, or 3k, 4k and 5k also you can take, right? So which is the greatest side? Greatest side is 5x, right? Now you need to show that this is a right angle triangle. We'll use the converse of Pythagoras theorem. So greatest side is 5. So therefore, what is the square of the greatest side? 25x square, isn't it? What are the other two sides? 3x and 4x. What are the squares of the other two sides? 3x square plus 4x square is equal to 9x square plus 16x square, which is equal to 25x square. So square of the greatest side here is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides, right? So what can I say? Greatest side square is equal to sum of the lengths, sum of the squares of the lengths of the other two sides. So therefore, what can you say from the converse of Pythagoras theorem? Which one is the hypotenuse? The side of length 5x, right? The side of length 5x, or the greatest side. Is a hypotenuse. Hence, it is a right angle triangle.
So we have to write all these lines.
Yes. Number 8. The hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 6 meters more than twice the shortest side. If the third side is 2 meters less than the hypotenuse, find the sides of the triangle. First of all, you see the first condition, the hypotenuse of a right triangle is 6 meters more than the shortest side. So if I say, let the shortest side of the triangle be x meters. Therefore, what should the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 6 meters more than twice the shortest side. Twice the shortest side is how much? 2x, right? Shortest side is x, twice the shortest side is 2x. Hypotenuse is 6 meters more than twice the shortest side. So therefore, hypotenuse is 2x plus 6 meters, right? Next, if the third side, that means you've got, you know, the length of the shortest side, we have taken this to be x. You've got the hypotenuse. Now only one side is left. So therefore, what is the third side they are saying? Third side if the third side is 2 meter less than the hypotenuse. That means hypotenuse minus 2 meters, right? Hypotenuse here is 2x plus 6 minus 2, which is equal to 2x plus 6 minus 2, which is equal to 2x plus 4. Now you know all three sides. You know this side, you know the hypotenuse, and you know the third side also. So from Pythagoras theorem, what can you say? From Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So what is the length of the hypotenuse here? The length of the hypotenuse here is 2x plus 6. So put it here. Now perpendicular and base, you can take any two. You can take the shortest side as your perpendicular. Here, this you can take as your perpendicular. You can take it as your base also, no problem. And the third side you can take as your base, right? So any two you can, any way you can want, you can take x plus 2x plus 4 whole square, right? Now this is an equation that we are getting. We need to solve this equation. How do we solve? Expand. A square plus 2ab plus b square. So we expanded left hand side as a plus b whole square. On the right hand side, 2x plus 4 whole square also you expand. So this is a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? You simplify this, you get 4x square plus 24x plus 36 is equal to x square. This is again 4x square plus 4 into 2x into 2 is 16, x plus 16. Now you simplify on both sides. So you get 4x square plus 24x plus 36. And here x square plus 5x square will combine to give you a 5x square. And 16x is already there plus 16. Now you take everything on the other side, express it as a quadratic equation. All three you take on the other side. Okay, so you get 4x square minus 5x square plus 24x minus 16x plus 36 minus 16 is equal to 0. That means here you are getting minus x square plus 8x plus 20 is equal to 0. Now what you can do in order to, because my x square contains a negative term, you can factorize here as it is, no problem. Or what you can also do is you can take minus common. Okay. Then what happens? Means this becomes x square minus 8x minus 20 is equal to 0. Now you can use your middle term factorization to factorize this. So you have x square. And what are the factors here? The factors here are 10 and 2, right? So minus 10x plus 2x minus 20 is equal to 0. That means,
Sir, can you do one more sum like this? I have not understood from the beginning, sir.
from the beginning, which part from the beginning?
Sir, from
Let
the
us
beginning,
draw
but
the triangle. Let us draw the triangle if you have not understood.
okay, sir.
Suppose this is your triangle ABC. Okay. Let us say the shortest side is this BC, right? Hypotenuse we have found our hypotenuse is 6 more than twice the shortest side, right? So we have found the hypotenuse to be 2x plus 6, right? And what is the third side? What is the third side here? Hypotenuse 2 meter less than
2x
the
plus 4.
hypotenuse. That means 2x plus 4. So this is your third side. Now is it clear from Pythagoras theorem? This is your right angle triangle here. Now is this clear or not?
Yes.
So that
Yes,
means
sir.
now I can continue with solving this equation here. That means x minus 10 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. That means either x is equal to 10 or x is equal to -2. That means this is not possible. But x not equal to 2, isn't it? Length cannot be negative. So this is not possible. Hence, x is equal to 10. And what is it that you have to find out here? You have to find out the sides of the triangle. So what are the sides? Hypotenuse is 2x plus 6. So let's find out. AC is the hypotenuse. So AC is equal to hypotenuse is 2x plus 6, which is equal to twice x plus 6, which is 26 meters, right? What is the other side? The shortest side? Which one had we taken the shortest side? BC,
So
right?
x.
BC we had taken, which was x, which is 10 meters, right? And what is the third side? Third side here is AB, which is 2x plus 4. That's it. 2 into 10 plus 4 is equal to 24, right? So these are the lengths. Note that this forms a Pythagorean triplet. See, hypotenuse here is how much? 26, 10, 24. So 10 square plus 24 square is equal to 26 square. That means see, 10, 24 and 26 is a Pythagorean triplet. This is just for your observation. Okay. Moving on to the next problem. Number 10. The question here is, in a triangle ABC, AD is perpendicular to BC. Prove that AB square plus CD square is equal to AC square plus BD square. So let's draw the triangle here. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is your D. In triangle ABC, AD is perpendicular to BC. The figure is not given. Okay, I have drawn the figure. In ABC is a triangle I have taken, and AD I have drawn perpendicular to BC. Okay, you need to prove here that AB square plus CD square is equal to AC square plus BD square. Now, whenever this kind of a question is given, always when you look at the diagram, try to look for the right angles. How many right angles are there? You can see. See, I
Little
can see
some.
one right angle triangle here. I can see one right angle triangle here. There are two right angle triangles, right? That means each will have a hypotenuse. This right angle triangle here will have this as my hypotenuse. And this right angle triangle here will have this as my hypotenuse, right? So we shall use Pythagoras theorem in both. Okay. So let's use in the right angled triangle ADB. That is, I'm talking about this right angle triangle. You have hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. That means hypotenuse here in this case is AB. Perpendicular you can take as AD. And base is BD. Right? So I've got this. Let's call this one. Keep it as it is. We use a Pythagoras theorem in the next triangle also. Right? So in triangle ADC, in the right angled triangle ADC, which one is the hypotenuse? AC square
Sir,
is equal to AD square plus DC square, isn't it? Let's call this number 2. Now look at what we have to prove. From these two, we want to prove this. See, what do all do I have? I have AB in the proof, so I have AB here. Fine. I have CD in the proof. I have CD here. Okay. I have AC in the proof. I have AC here. I have BD. I have BD. So which one is missing? Which one is the odd one out? Only AD square is missing
AC.
here, right? Only AD square. This one is missing, right? And here this one is missing. So therefore, what you do is from 1, you find out the value of AD square. From 1, what is AD square? AB square minus BD square must be equal to AD square, isn't it? From 2, what can you say? From 2, you can say AC square minus DC square is equal to AD square. Can you say? Now AD square must be equal to AD
Yes,
square. That means, what is AD square in the first case? AB square minus BD square is equal to, second case, it is AC square minus DC square. Now we have got it. Now what you do, you take BD on this side and you take CD on this side. That means what do you get? AB square plus CD square is equal to AC square plus BD square. And that is proved. Okay. So this is what we needed to prove. AB square plus CD square. And we have got here AB square plus CD square is equal to AC square plus BD square. Clear with this problem?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
So at the first, while we are doing,
Hmm.
sir, so can you please scroll it down? Sir, the
Tell me.
last part, sir.
Last part what?
So this AB square minus BD square is equal to AC
Hmm.
square minus DC square. But
Hmm.
while we are writing in the second time AB
Hmm.
square, we are writing it as plus CD square. So we can also write it as plus DC square.
Yes, CD DC is the same thing. Whether you write it as DC or
Okay.
CD, it's the same thing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
No, sir.
Moving on to the next problem then. I don't know whether I'll be able to finish this. Let's start. Question is, ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB is equal to AC and BC is equal to 8 centimeters. So what is an isosceles triangle? In which two sides are equal, right? You know this. So let's draw a triangle. So you have ABC. Okay, AB is equal to AC. So these two sides are given to you equal. How much? This is 12 centimeter and this is 12 centimeters. And BC is equal to 8 centimeters. So this length is 8 centimeters. Find the altitude on BC and hence calculate its area. So from here, we draw an altitude. Altitude means perpendicular from one vertex to the opposite side. That is called an altitude or the height of the triangle, right? So let us call this point M, right? Okay, question is calculate the altitude of on BC. Now remember this one I have explained here. Okay, see, go through this explanation. I'll just explain this to you once again. That suppose before starting this problem, I'll finish with this explanation only. Then in the next class, I will move on with this problem. See, whenever you are given an isosceles triangle, okay, let us consider 3 cases. Say these 3. Okay. In the first triangle, suppose these two sides are given to be equal. This is an isosceles triangle. In the second case, say these two sides are given to be equal. And say in the third case, these two sides are given to be equal, right? Then what will happen is that if I draw an altitude, say, see that this vertex here, you see, let us call this ABC. from A, if I draw, see that the vertex A here is the point of intersection of two equal sides, right? These two sides intersect at this point A. Now, if this is the case, when I'm drawing a perpendicular from the vertex which contains the equal sides, then always, if I call this point M, this must be equal to this. Clear? Look at this triangle. Let us call this PQR. See, this is the vertex which contains the equal sides. From here, if I'm drawing a perpendicular, right, then these two sides must be equal. Let us call this N. That means here Pn is equal to Nr. Here what happens? Bm is equal to MC. And here, third triangle. Okay, let us call this SLP. Let us call this triangle. Okay. Now this P is the vertex that contains the equal side. From here, if I am drawing a perpendicular, let us call this point Z. Then LZ will be equal to SZ. That means these two will be equal. Okay, but if I have an isosceles triangle in which suppose these two sides are equal, and if I'm drawing an altitude from here, that means this vertex does not contain the equal sides. This is these two are unequal sides, isn't it? So if I'm drawing a an altitude here, that means these two sides will not be equal. Not equal. Let us call this point P, then BP will not be equal to PC. Understood? Remember this rule always. We'll be applying this rule later on also when we'll be doing mensuration. Is that absolutely clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So keeping this rule
Yes.
in mind, okay, keeping this rule in mind, we can work out this problem very easily. Okay, when we'll be doing congruent triangles, we'll see how we are getting this. Okay, after this chapter, I will be starting congruent triangles. We'll be seeing why this happens. So here clearly we can say, since A is the point of intersection of the equal sides, so here BM must be equal to MC, right? So that means these two are equal. So what do you have to find here? You have to find the length of the altitude. That means you have to find out this length. What are these two equal sides are given to be 12. What is the length of this side given here? 8 centimeters, right? So therefore, what is BM? BM is half of 8 centimeters, 4 centimeters. And same is MC. MC is also 4 centimeters. So this part is 4 centimeters. This part is 4 centimeters. So you can consider this right angle triangle, or you can consider this right angle triangle. So let's consider this one. In this one, what do you see? This is the hypotenuse. This is the base. This is the perpendicular. So you can find out from in the right angle triangle, ABM, or let's say AMB. Hypotenuse here is AB. AB square is equal to perpendicular here is AM and base here is BM. And what are the lengths that we know? AB we know as 12. So put it 12. AM we have to find out. Let's put it as AM only. And BM is 4. Now from here you can find out AM. So 144 is equal to AM square plus 16. That means AM square is 144 minus 16, which comes out to be how much? This comes out to be 128. That means AM square is 128, right? You convert, therefore AM can be equal to square root of 128. This is a pure surd. You can convert it to a mixed surd by prime factorization. So this will be 8 root 2 centimeters, right? So we have found out the altitude AM. This answers the first part of the question. This is the length of the altitude AM, 8 root 2 centimeters, right? And what is the area of the triangle? area of triangle ABC, half base into height, half into base into height. In this case, which one is the base? If you see BC here, this is the base and AM is the height. So half into BC into AM. Put the values. BC here is 8 and AM here is 8 root 2 we have found out. So this is cancels. You get 32 root 2 centimeter square and that's your answer. Fine. So I'll stop here.